Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. This is the home of the 5-minute or less video. I don't need a suit. I don't need books behind me. I don't need to read a script. I know what I'm talking about. I've done this for 50 years. I am an expert in IRS matters. I worked at IRS for a decade. I am in private practice for 4 decades. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. Many of you have come to me because you've seen me on national news a number of times. I have around 6,000 viewers. I appreciate you, every one of you, for being here. I try to give you information you know and need, and insider information that most people can't tell you. There's a lot of fluff out there on YouTube about IRS stuff and people professing this and that and this and that. I try to make this educational. So today I want to talk to you about what happens if you're getting threatening letters from IRS. What do you do and how do you handle this? Well, there was a time I was one of the people sending out those threatening letters from IRS, so I can tell you exactly what to do on all these cases. So you don't need to be caught up with this threatening letters. You have one or two decisions. So you can either hire somebody like us, or we get a power of attorney, or you can do this yourself. Either one, and let me tell you how this all works. So many people on YouTube are self-doers. And so I'm going to tell you how I work the cases. If this is a small case, you should do this by yourself, because IRS really can't do anything to you. If in fact you are, if you owe a lot of money and there's a lot more involved, don't do this by yourself. So I kind of look at this and say, based on the size of the case, that's how you make a determination. So the threatening letters that you get from IRS are all systematic. They're all computerized. IRS knows what letters are going to go out when you owe tax debt. So if you owe money to IRS, you're going to get a CP-14, a 501. Each one's nice. They start getting a little meaner and a little nastier. You get the 503, and that's the nasty neighbor next door. The 504 comes out. We're going to start levying. Now you get worried. Now there's knee-jerk reactions. That's the first threatening letter, is the CP-504. And then the 1058 comes out, and then it's lights out. You have to make a determination what to do. When you owe tax to IRS, you must have an exit strategy on how you're going to get out of that debt. There's 3 ways you're going to get out of that debt: either with a currently non-collectible ending, a payment agreement ending, or to file an offer and compromise and settle your debt. What is everything, in fact, predicated on? It's predicated on your current financial statement. So before you go ahead, and if you're a self-doer and you want to send this to IRS yourself, you've got to know what to expect from Internal Revenue Service. IRS uses their 433A, their financial package. If the case is in the service center, they're going to use a 433F. If the case is with a revenue officer, you shouldn't be dealing with the RO. You should get representation. They're going to want a 433A. Those are the 2 main forms IRS is going to use. They're going to use that form to make a determination whether to put you into currently uncollectible payment agreement or an offer and compromise. So with that, when you get the threatening letters, IRS is expecting a call because they want to close the case. They want to see your financial statement. They want to see documentation to prove the financial statement is true, like bank statements or pay stubs, and then they're going to close your case out. As soon as you call IRS and give them an exit strategy, the threatening letters stop. That's it. So when you call us, what we do is we look at that exit strategy and we make sure you are in the best possible light before calling IRS. If you are going to pick up the phone and call IRS, you have to know what judgment is going to look like for you. So really simply, IRS, like I said, is either going to put you in currently non-collectible, a payment agreement, or you may be eligible for an offer and compromise. So don't go running off calling them. You must understand how IRS will determine that. What I would do if I were you, I'd get your 433 financial statement, whether it's the F or the A, and have a professional professional look at it and say, this is bad, this is good, okay, you can submit it, but you better know before you call what IRS is going to do. But remember, if you want to stop the threatening letters, pick up the phone, you call IRS and say, okay, IRS, here's my financial statement. Get somebody to either represent you or know what you're doing when you call, and boom, your case will be over like that. If this information was good, please give me a subscription. YouTube loves subscriptions. I need to stay to my 5 minutes. I'm a little over, so sorry. Give me a subscription. My information is below. Feel free to ask me any questions you want for free. Enjoy talking to you today.